we've got the gorgeous Jen. Jen, would you be able to share what the technology is doing for you and how long you've been patching?
Yeah, thanks, Sally-Ann. Tessa asked me if I would share my story tonight. So it's a great pleasure that I actually do that. I fortunately came into LifeWave in January last year. Thank you to Wendy for caring enough and having enough courage to share these amazing products with me. I was very, very sick. I actually thought I was going to die. I have a big history of 5 autoimmune diseases, fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue syndrome, chronic arthritis, chronic lung disease, chronic gut, stress, anxiety, depression. I'm an ex-registered nurse, midwife, cardiac, pediatric, and disability trained. I walked away from my profession when they told me to go home and die at the age of 45. Um, and then I had to find a way. So I looked at natural therapies, and I kept myself on the planet. In 2016, one of my children died suddenly, and 3 years later, my oldest boy was diagnosed with stage 4 neuroendocrine cancer just before COVID hit. And then, beginning of COVID, 6 months after he was diagnosed, he was given 3 weeks. As you can imagine, my life has been full of a lot of trauma, and especially in the last 10 years. And so stress, anxiety, depression, PTSD has been absolutely massive. I lost my home. I lost my business. I lost my health. I came out of remission for all my autoimmunes. And by January last year, beginning of 24, I was massively ill. And I actually thought I was going to die. I sort of thought, oh my God, I've escaped so many times, maybe this is it. And Wendy shared this story with me. And what I've got to say is it's the greatest gift that I've ever been given, outside of my life and my children, was the fact that someone cared enough to share this with me. And within 6 days, my brain switched back on. My brain had shut down. I was decompartmentalizing everything. I was only in survival mode. I had severe uncontrolled pain. My lungs were absolutely out of control, and everything was very bad. Day 6, my brain switched back on. I actually, for the first time in quite a few years, I had absolutely no pain in my body, and I started to move forward. That was January 24. And as we know, our bodies are extraordinary and they will actually go into healing. And I've had a roller coaster in the last 14 months. And my body does healing here and healing there and all these sort of things. But it does it so insidiously, and it's all underground. And my body has gone from strength to strength. And even to the fact that I forgot that I had chronic lung disease until in June last year, my daughter said to me, Mum, you haven't coughed in 5 days. What is wrong with you? All this sort of stuff, stuff that happened that I would never have believed could have happened. And that hasn't happened over the last 67 and a half years. And what I want to say is that these products are so extraordinary. And we have such a great gift in our hands to be able to make a difference in people's lives. That 4 weeks ago, exactly 4 weeks ago, I woke up on a Thursday morning and no joking, this without a word of a lie. I thought, oh my goodness, this is the best I think I have ever felt in the whole of my life. And you've got to get, I am 67 and a half, and I had never, ever felt as good as what I felt that morning. I am 4 weeks on from there, and that is still the same. I have no pain. I have no lung issues. I have no problems with my brain. I have my joy back. I have my passion back for life. I am excited about a future that honestly, I did not think that I could even possibly have. And what you've got to get is that this is the greatest gift that we have for people sitting right here in this amazing little packet that we could ever offer to anyone. And all of us who are sitting here, we've all got families, we've all got friends, we've all got people that we care about. And this is about sharing and caring with the along the way, we're going to be able to impact millions of people on this planet. Because I went to Dallas as well, and I spoke with massive people over there, and I heard David talk. And I tell you what, this man has humanity in his hands, and he wants to be able to make a difference on this planet for all of us, not just one person, but for everyone. And guys, so I thank you. There's so much more I could say, but all you got to know is that these products work. They work underground, and in the middle of this, you know, um, God showed up for me. I prayed and he showed up. He showed up and he brought in this incredible gift of the X39 that I've ever used. Thank you.